Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to the Israel Brief brought to you by Lay of the Land. Chag Haatzmaut Sameach, happy Independence Day, and welcome to my balcony. From my balcony to wherever you are around the world, joining us in celebrating Israel's 72nd anniversary or Day of Independence. Welcome to it, and let's get into those top stories. Well, yesterday we spoke about the terror attack that took place in Kfar Saba, where a 62-year-old woman was stabbed and was in serious condition. She has been released from hospital and is, thank God, doing okay. I'm just moving a little bit closer because we have a lot of noise. We have birds singing, we have neighbors singing, if you can call it that, and everybody is out celebrating our very, very special day in Israel. Also, making news today is an announcement by Israel's Ministry of Health that the amount of people recovering from COVID-19 is far exceeding the amount of people that have been infected. And we heard yesterday that Ziv Hospital in the north has closed their COVID-19 ward because they have discharged the last of their COVID patients. So while we still have people who are being infected, the numbers are starting to slowly look better. Although sadly we have lost a few more people to this global pandemic, which takes our numbers now up to 212. While we are talking about COVID-19, I just want to take this moment to salute and to celebrate those incredible frontline workers, people in the healthcare facilities or people in the healthcare professions, people working around the clock in supermarkets, in pharmacies, delivering goods, sanitizing goods. Thank you for keeping us safe, for keeping us healthy, and for making sure that life does continue. I also want to take a moment to give a shout out to the UK Prime Minister Boris Johnson. He and his fiancée had a healthy baby boy this morning. It's all good news today on the Israel Brief Special Edition, Yom Haatzmaut. We are all decked out in our blue and white. And also very, very special today are the Israeli Air Force acrobatics team that are traversing the country, going from the north to the south to the center and back to the north again, paying tribute to those frontline workers by doing a very, very modest but still very, very special salute to healthcare workers. And while we don't have our annual flyover because it might attract too many crowds, we do have this very, very uniquely Israeli way of saying thank you. Now, Yom Haatzmaut got off to a very special start last night with the ceremony as we concluded Yom HaZikaron Memorial Day with Yizkor, and then crossed to the annual Yom Haatzmaut lighting of the torches ceremonies, where 12 torches representing the 12 tribes of Israel are lit. They were lit by people starting from Benny Gantz to someone very special to Israelis, Idan Reichel, a singer, and also 3 healthcare professional workers, one from the Arab community, one from the Circassian community, and other entertainers and other people who have really contributed to Israeli society. But it was really, the night belonged to Idan Reichel, who brought a tear to all of our eyes, where he saluted Israeli artists from the past and soldiers who have fallen in defense of the state of Israel. So today Israel turns 72, and she has never looked better. She is 3,000 years old and 72 years young, and she's never looked better. So let's take a look at some of the great achievements that this incredible country, that although tiny in size, has really punched above its weight, has contributed over the last 72 years. Now, Israel is a country that faces unprecedented threats on our borders, from terror, from existential threats to the threat of Iran. We have seen 5 wars, 2 intifadas, numerous waves of terror, but we're still here, we're still standing strong. So let's look at some of our achievements. We are global leaders and innovators in science, in medicine, in cyber, in fintech, in agri-tech, and now we are also global innovators in how to combat COVID-19, whether it be the search for a vaccine or ways that we can adapt other infrastructure or masks to be more combat or more combative to the threat posed by COVID-19. We also are leaders in humanitarian aid, and this includes now giving PTSD training or PTSD counseling to countries like Italy that have been hit hard by the COVID-19 virus. Many of you are familiar with the incredible stories from taking care of civilians in Syria during Operation Good Neighbor to being the first on scene in places like Haiti, Nepal, or wherever there are natural disasters. Israel is there. We're a country that has greened the desert. We have turned this desert into a flourishing oasis. We're a global leader in LGBTQ rights as well as women's rights. And even though we're still not exactly where we want to be, we are certainly leaders in the field and definitely in our region. We are also a people of the book. Israel has the highest percentage per capita of published books, and in fact we have our National Book Day, which is highly celebrated every year. We also celebrate our diversity. This is a country that has ingathered the exiles from 82 countries around the world, kibbutz galiot, people who have made aliyah like myself, whether it be out of choice or people who have left countries because of discrimination. We're an extraordinary country. We're a leader in the military field, in showing exactly how we can combat some of the greatest threats that not just Israel but many Western countries are facing today. And who can forget that historic landing on the moon in April last year? And even though we didn't quite land as we wanted to, we are one of 7 countries that have made it into space and attempted a moon landing. And if you look at the other company that we're in, countries like China, the United States, the former Soviet Union, these are massive countries. And when you consider we are smaller than the state of New Jersey or the Kruger National Park, this is an extraordinary achievement. And just when you think we're going back to the moon, we aren't. We are aiming for something bigger. What it is, I don't know, but it's an incredible achievement, and it's testament to Israel's pioneering spirit. So these are just some of the achievements that this country, which is such a mix of ancient history and a modern innovation and democracy, has managed to achieve over 72 years. So I'm not going to keep you. I know you all want to join us in celebrating. I have got more fabulous Israeli wine to go and drink, but just before I go, I want to remind you that you can check out our content on our website at www.layoftheland.online. Also on our Facebook page, check out our special Yom Haatzmaut coverage at Lottel's site. You can like us and follow us while you're there. And don't forget our YouTube channel at the Israel Brief. If you want to join us, simply click on the subscribe button. So from my balcony, which as you can see is decked out in its blue and white, as well as my neighbors, we wish you and yours, and especially this marvelous state of Israel, Chag Haatzmaut Sameach U'Tiferet Yisrael. I'm Rolene Marks. This is the Israel Brief. We'll speak again tomorrow.